Hello everybody, it's Batman Comic 87 here, and I'm coming to you with my London, Ontario Comic-Con comic book haul. So yeah guys, earlier today I attended the London, Ontario Comic-Con. It was a really great experience. I'd recommend anyone who is roughly in that area. If you don't know where London, Ontario is, it's just, it's near Toronto. It's about a 2-hour drive from Toronto. But I mean, I know a lot of you people who are watching this are probably from the States, so yeah. But I picked up a decent amount of books, guys. It was $25 to get in, so that kind of hurt what I was kind of willing to spend on books, because $25. I only spent like 2 hours in there. After that, it basically like, I expected the fee to be like $10-15 or something maybe, but like 25. And it was even more expensive the day before. I believe it was 35. So, you know, but I picked up some great books, some old Batmans, and some other cool stuff. But first up, guys, we got Daredevil #1. This was actually $1. It's actually like noticeably like nothing really wrong with it. So not really sure why it was $1, but I mean, for $1, I'll definitely. I actually, when this series was coming out, I was watching a lot of the videos, or I was keeping up with new books as far as like what was coming out. I wasn't necessarily buying them, but I knew it was coming out and all that, and how everything was. And this actually got a lot of really good reviews. And I got a lot of recommendations to read it, as people knew I was a Daredevil fan and stuff. So, you know what, after getting the first one, I might actually have to, you know, start picking them up. But yeah, guys, sorry, I got a text message. So that's Daredevil #1, really awesome for $1. Set that there. Sorry. You know what, that kind of takes away from it. Then guys, this is Batman #361 with the Man-Bat. Really awesome cover. I love the Man-Bat, especially covers with Man-Bat on it. So when I actually got this as soon as you walk in, there was a bunch of there's like a huge comic book stand or whatever, and I had like rows and rows of comics and stuff, and it's 60% off all back issues. And I took this and another book that was $5 up to him, and it was supposed to be 60% off, and he said, hey, I'll give you a deal for $10 for both. And I was like, wait, I don't know. I just gave him the $10. I don't know. I probably should have questioned it, but I mean, at 60% off, it should have been at least like, what? Should have been like $6 or something. So I don't know how that happened, but anyway, guys, I'm still really happy with my purchase. I mean, would have preferred, you know, not to have to pay that. And it's just weird. Batman's foot looked like really weird here. Like, looks like how do you bend like that? Jesus, I don't know. You know, maybe just how Batman is, you know. But yeah, guys, paid, I guess, $5 for that one, I guess you could say, and then $5 for the other one, which I think is the next one. Yep, awesome cover though, guys. That's Batman 372 with, I'm actually not too sure who's on the cover there. That guy, not the guy, but like the Grim Reaper dude. But he's just saying you're out. So I thought that was a really nice cover. So I thought I'd pick it up. Yeah, I don't know, something about maybe just the Scythe or like Grim Reaper or whatever is just like really awesome, so I thought I'd get it. The wall books, actually, guys, that's what I want to talk about, were way overpriced, way overpriced. Like, they were asking on some late 60s, like Batman's in like the late 100s, early 200s. They were asking like $40, and they were in like VG condition. And no way I'm paying that, guys. I'm sorry, but there's just no way. And it was actually like, since like the books were supposed to be 60% off, a lot of the books, and I try and get you with it, is they mark them up, like, let's say $10 for a book, for a $5 book, and have it like 60% off. That way you're only paying like $4 for the book, even though it's probably only like a $4 book anyway. And I bet you a lot of people fall for that. I'm not really one of those people who would fall for that, but, you know. And then up next, guys, we got, I'm not really sure the order of these, but, because I literally just got home, but, Batman 516, I really kind of tried my hardest to get Batmans. That was $1, so you know what, for $1, Batman 516, I'm not gonna pick it up, so, And I think that's my first Batman above issue 500, so, you know, milestone, I guess. Then, guys, a little story to go along with that. You might be like, whoa, what signature is that? Well, guys, this is Batman the Dark Knight, number 8. And I was just walking along, and then this girl started talking to me. She was at a booth where, like, people were signing stuff. And she started talking to me, and she was telling me about that. I'll tell you his name in a sec. And stuff. And she said that Tony Gray is the artist, and he worked on Batman the Dark Knight from issues 1 to 9. And he's an artist, and he does penciling. He was actually looking through it, and he was telling me, like, wow, even though it feels like... even though it was like 3 years ago since this issue came out, it feels like not even like it feels like a long time ago. Like, but anyway, I bought let's see if I can find them real quickly. Oh, they're actually right here. But so I saw this, and she was telling me about Conduit, Tales of the Incredible Conduit, and she just said it was $5 and stuff. And he signed it, and she signed it. Carla Homicide, I believe is her name, and stuff. And it's actually a pretty good comic, guys. I'd actually recommend you guys picking it up. But real cool. And then he said, you know what? Since you're buying the first one, I'll throw the second one in and sign it. Both of them signed it for free. Well, I thought that was great. And they said, like, what are you into? What do you like? I said, hey, I'm a big Batman fan. They said, well, I worked on Batman issues 1 to 9 of The Dark Knight, and they had that at his stand, and he said he'd sign it. And then I said, hey, I'll buy that one, and so I bought that one. That's an awesome Two-Face cover. So now I'm actually getting a good Batman the Dark Knight collection. I might try and get the whole run just because. And this is probably, guys, if you ever see Tony Gray at a con, go see him. He's probably the nicest guy you'll ever meet. He was like, he took pictures with me and stuff. So I got some cool pictures with him and stuff, and he's probably, like, he made the con, guys, just on how nice he is, nice guy, you know. So if you ever run into him, go chat him up, he's a great guy. And he actually, even nicer, guys, like, out of his own pocket, when, he actually said, hey, if you can find another Batman issue, Batman the Dark Knight, between issues 1 and 9, he worked on them, if I could go find one somewhere else in the thing, bring it back to him, and he'd sign it for free. And I went and I searched for one, I went and found it, and I took it to him, and he signed it, took a few pictures with me. And you know what, guys, he did it free, so you know what, that's awesome. That's, you know what, I saw they had some famous people there, like Ron Perlman, stuff like that, and they had some other guy from Sons of Anarchy. But yeah, they had Aaron Ashmore from Smallville, and he played Jimmy Olsen. I'm a big fan of him. And no one was in his line, so like, I kind of went up, and I was just like, hey, our picture's free, like, on the cell phone, if I just, like, get a picture from a distance or whatever, and they're like, it's $10. I was like, oh, for, like, a picture, like, an actual picture, like, frame and stuff like that, with signature, and they're like, I'm like, even on a phone, and they're like, yeah. And I'm like, alright. And at that point, I was kind of running out of money, and if I hadn't known he was there, maybe I would have spent the $10 to get a picture or something, but I didn't really have the money, and I just wanted to kind of see him, and then I just said, alright, well, thank you, and he was sitting there, and I said, hey, nice to meet you, or whatever, and he smiled and waved, so, you know, that was nice. I mean, I would have liked to get a picture, but, you know, I guess maybe I'll try and get him at a next con or something, because I'm a big fan of Smallville, and I thought he's a great actor. But yeah, guys, definitely go check out Tony Gray. He made the Conduit Man, so that's really cool. Sorry, guys, like I said, it's not in any order. That's Batman 512 with Killer Croc. See, I'm really getting into the 500s, I guess. And that was $1, I believe, so, you know, I'm not going to not pick that up. And this was also $1. The Brave and the Bold, starring Batman versus the Spectre, and the winner is quite the cover, Jesus. And I just thought that was a cool cover. I mean, it's a little ripped up here, as you guys can see, but... you know, whatever. I mean, for, you know, decently old cover. Oh, and I guess it's for sure the Canadian variant, because it says Canadian right there, if you guys can see. But, yeah, so that's cool. And, no offense, guys, one problem I had was, I know that the Canadian dollar is completely in the toilet right now, but the con is in Canada, and, I mean... some of the comics had 2 different prices on them, and that just kind of bugged me. One was the US price, like it would say this book's US $5, and then it would say US or Canadian to $8.99, and it's like, really? You're at a Canadian con. Alright. Whatever though, that's my little rant for this video. Then guys, we got 509 with, you know, a cool looking weird costume, you know. Batman looks kinda like a, you know, mouse. I mean, that's what I kinda see when I look at that mask, but whatever. Actually I read a book on Batman, like, so I know a lot of stuff that happened in the 500, so that's cool. But Knight's End Part 1, and that was also $1. Let's not lose those books. Then I paid a little extra for this guy just because I thought it was an awesome cover. It says Star Wars issue 30. I find that awesome that there's like a stormtrooper and stuff, and she's run away, Princess. Oh, why can't I think her name? I'm blanking right now. Leia. Sorry, I couldn't think. Leia's just running away, and I think that's really cool. So yeah, I paid a little extra for that. I think it was like $3 or $4, but you know, worth it because, you know, it's a nice cover, nice 40-cent cover. Then guys, the last comic book I picked up was Batman issue number 29. This was $1 with that Daredevil number 1. I'm not sure why it was $1. It has like a small dent somewhere. I can't see right now, but there's a small dent, and that's basically the only reason. And you know what? I'm a big Batman fan, and I don't mind picking up New 52 and stuff. And I'd like to have that full run someday. But then guys, the last 2 things I picked up are, I was actually just walking by and I saw a box full of manga. And the guy said, it's $5 on all manga. And I said, even on the big ones? He said, even on the big ones. So I picked up this monster of a book. A manga, Dragon Ball. It is quite massive, guys. Like, it is huge. Like, if you look at all those pages. It's volume, well, it's 5, but there's 4 in 1. So I don't know what that, you know, is. Oh, it's a collection of volumes 13 to 16. Okay. So that's cool. And then, I'll leave that up there. Right here. And then I picked up Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z, number 2. And it's 3 in 1, as you guys can see there. And stuff. Maybe try and focus that a little bit better. And stuff. And that contains volumes 4 to 6. And so I was really happy. And they're both pretty thick. So, yeah, guys, that's awesome manga. I'm really happy I found those. I'm actually going to go to Gibraltar and pick up some anime because I saw one of the guys there say he's at Gibraltar, and I was kind of running out of money, but I get paid on Thursday, so I'm probably going to be picking up a lot of stuff. Like, my videos in quality of stuff is really going to increase because I'm working, like, almost every day. And I'm not talking, like, just for a few hours, like 7 hours on school nights till, like, 12:30 a.m. So I'm really, you know, putting in the hours for the comic books, you know what I'm saying, and the manga. So, yeah, guys, this is Batman Comic 87. Hope you liked my London, Ontario Comic Con haul. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you.